And we are live. Well, not exactly live. I am just making sure that I record myself as I did promise myself that I'm going to clean a bit around here and make sure that there's eventually some room. But the problem, however, is that I have to make sure that I clean thoroughly and make sure that there is enough space for the setup to actually appear as if this would have to be here. Well, that's my goal. But I cannot just stop with the table. I got to have proper peace of mind. I've got to have proper peace of mind and just make sure that things go and work smoothly. Because if I don't do it here, I won't be able to do it. I won't be able to do it at some point, at some time later. And I want to make sure that the entire room is, well, repurposed to a point that is actually much cleaner. I want it to actually look cleaner in my eyes, and at the same time, I want to give my setup. I want to give my setup better justice in this. So, yeah, this is where we are. I got my coffee over here. Hopefully, the amount that I have over there lasts. If it doesn't last, it's fine. But let me try to get something else done first. So give me a moment here. Basically what I did is I had to delete a whole bulk of videos that are meant supposedly for documentary purposes, but I haven't gotten around into editing them into full workout shits. I'm only started to make sure that I take my priorities seriously. And I have been making sure to upload my workouts diligently onto YouTube. Unlisted, but I will be adding a playlist so that you guys can also see a little bit of a glimpse of me on my on a past profile that I had on YouTube. The Elite Lenny thing is not the only YouTube channel there is. Anyways, I had to make sure that I clear up my phone of a lot of, to free it up to get a lot of space on it, so that there's a lot of recording room. And I really, really treasure the memory that I'm gonna get from this. I really do. I guess the first thing that I have to do first is, I suppose, yeah, the shirts will have to go first. I guess I have to do what I gotta do here. Let's get my bed fixed first. Then there are trash bags here. So followed by using the trash bag to dispose of anything else that is actually around here. Because I do want to clean up. But there are criticals over there. Envelopes. I have to sort them out. Basically a number of things. It's just a number of things that I have to deal with. Alright. I guess I'll get started. I guess. I'll just head to the bathroom to get some more liquids in my system, and then we'll begin. Alright. I guess fine. Have to drink some water. Make sure that there's good shit in my system. Anyway, yeah. Alright. Make sure everything's cool here. I'll play some music first. May as well, since I'm gonna be here for a while. I guess I can use this as the alternative to the extension cord that's actually getting my fan working. Yeah, this will work. I've got to really fix this. A little messy. But I think we can deal, as long as I got a good visual of what I'm doing here. My entire view will not entirely be onto this, so yeah, just making sure that you guys are aware. This is my messy room. It needs work. Gonna throw the others to the laundry already just to make sure that they're folded and clean. Basically, I want to give them a reset. Why not? reset. Work clothes. Great. Great. You can reset it. Reset that. Oh, it's clean. I'll let this remain here. Actually, wait. Actually, I'll just put it here.
Yo, if I could do it, then whack on you. Get up and make it work. Ain't no way that I'm sitting around. It's now or never. I'm picking a first. You can't tell me that I won't make it. Need I had the skits and spurt. Grinding, came out of mud like Rudy. I had nobody. I came from dirt. Still came fuck. I play in the work.
This is way too loose, though.
Don't call me a rapper. I'm really an artist. It's one by chance or luck. I took one shot and I hit my target.
This piece of shit is too loose for me. So yeah, this is going away. I didn't know that we had this. Nexus, bro. Too small for me though. Still gonna get that washed. Maybe someone else would actually take that. Reina ng Quezon City by Juana. I never thought I'd hear this. Oh, really? How did that come back to viral? But let me just tell you, that's actually a banger song, okay? I'm just throwing also some ATM shit too, so yeah. I'm throwing this, I mean, laundry for now, resetting. Fuck, I don't like seeing that table, but got no choice. I'll have to be next on my shit, dude. Oh my god. Dealing with the bed first. That works. Son of a bitch. I guess I'll deal with the bed next. I guess the next thing that I should do is make sure that this part is clean too. Just a few things that I need to sort out as well, like these socks. I'm just gonna put them in here, and then I guess we can actually get the rest going. Hold on. Yeah, I'll just put the stick over here so that you guys can at least see the extent of the cleaning on this side. Hold on. Give me a moment. Here we go. Yeah, I think it can work. I think it will work. Yeah. Hold on. Is it okay? Yeah. We're okay. Sorry. Extension cord needs work. Oh my god. DVD writer. Holy shit, dude. And, oh my god, wait! I found the remote! Wait, is it worth it? Is it gonna work? Oh no. I should not have left that here. Oh my god. Oh my god, there's a remote that I was looking for. I found it. Holy shit. Oh my god, it's a good thing I found this.
Hopefully everything works as it should. And I also Bluetooth Boses, but these are fakes though. I'm not sure if these are fakes or something, but at least I know that I have these now. At least I recovered a few things. Okay. I do not need this anymore. Not this anymore. Yeah, these are gone. These are going. So much of this shit, dude. So much of this. I don't have any minutes. Screw that. Oh my god, I gotta be careful with this. It's a hard drive, basically. Here. Broken. Yeah, not that one. Tissues. These are signs. Should replace the ones in front. Saved. I can just use the light load. Where's the light load extension cord? Here we go. Now we can use the light load extension cord for this fan. The heavy load is what I'm going to use for the CPU over here. Separate trash from coins, yeah. Go away, not that one. So much gook. God damn it. Have to really clean out the floor as much as possible. Damn it. I hate it that it has to be like this, but it has to be like this.
I gotta count these coins at one point, but for now, I'll just collect them. What have I been doing? Storing all of these and shit. What have I been doing? Okay, so 2 gigabytes, 40 minutes. That's probably my best estimate. Whatever. It works for me. I still have to sort out through the wires, so yeah. Work continues. If you'll excuse me. I'll just get a broom and a dustpan for here, so be right back. me. Here too, actually. Just making sure this side, just right at the foot edge. See? I was wondering where the shampoo went. Trash. Let this go. It goes. The rest of these, trash. Son of a bitch.
Like sugar on my tongue, tongue, tongue. Your body so sweet, sweet, sweet. And lightly if you come, come, come. It's all I want to eat, eat, eat. Tell your mama, tell your daddy, tell your bitches that you know what you heard about. Tell your mama, tell your daddy, tell the world. Like sugar on my tongue.
Okay. These ones I'm going to sort out much later because... Actually, wait. I think I need to sort this out now because the next part I'm going to get myself attention to is this side, where my rig is, where my laptop is, where everything is. So, if I'm going to make sure that the wires are fixed up, I am going to have to put the essentials out somewhere. So probably the ones that I don't need, I'm going to store into one of these echo bags over here. I got echo bags over here so that I can actually deal with this. But if I am going to deal with this now, I'm going to have to sort out what I need and what I don't need. This one, for example, I don't need because this doesn't work. This is shit. That's trash. The mixer could be useful, but I need to keep this in mind. 5 volts, it's 5 volts, 1 amp. I'm not sure if this mixer is useful right now. The rest of these are. Essential, essential, essential. This is absolutely essential. I'm going to test this if this works on on the shit downstairs because I'm using it for my grandma. Because yeah, let me just get this. Let me just get this sorted out over here. I'm also sorting out the laundry. Not tonight, at least. I already put the dirty laundry already where it needs to be. Now it's just gook and wires. Okay, I'm deciding. Okay, I'll sort out all the essentials and non-essentials on this side so that I can clear my bed of all the mess. And then I can start working on this side. Because if I'm going to start working on this side, I have to start clearing out all of these coins, doing everything, whatever. Also make sure that this glass is not here because this is glass, for Pete's sake. Fine. Get all of these done first, basically. Then the hard part, this part, the other side, begins. So, yeah, this is where we are. Let the good times roll, I guess. Son of a bitch.
It's an economic gold mine, so to speak, and I signed, they said, oh, it's probably worse than almost any city in the world. You could go to Afghanistan. What? What conditions are trying to do? Well, I do it if it was necessary. So far it hasn't been necessary, but we have an Insurrection Act for a reason. If I had to enact it, I'd do that. If people were being killed and courts were holding us up, or governors or mayors were holding us up, sure, I'd do that. I mean, I want to make sure that people aren't killed. We have to make sure that our cities are safe. And it's turning out, and we started in D.C. It's been so successful.
The federal government and the Native Alaska Corporation.
Absolutely make sure that I get these clean so that it
It's
doesn't
very
go
severe.
bad.
We're going to have very severe. We're going to find out who's going in with federal agents. So when you look at Chicago, they've had probably 50 murders in the last 6 or 7 months, 8 months. Many, many people shot. Like 30, 40, 50 people shot. Didn't die, but they've been shot. It's like a war zone. And then I listened to the governor and the mayor get up and say how they have it under control. They don't. It's probably worse than almost.
You know what I think of Trump right now?
political theater bullshit. Everything that he's doing right now is just showboating, okay? Thinking that he's smart. He thinks that he's smart. He thinks that his intelligence is so high he can speak like this. Honestly, he doesn't like smart people. He doesn't like people who are smarter than him. He thinks people who are smarter than him are actually traitorous. And, oh my god. I hate this. I hate how he goes with everything when it comes to his policy. So, let's just be real, okay? His presidency, his presidency is a sham to the point that he actually needs to just admit that he won the second term and he had no choice but to fully put himself into his second term to avoid going to jail. Because let's just be real, he was so close to getting jailed when he got to this point. Okay? Oh my god, I really hate this, bro. This is me ranting. And I need to rant for Pete's sake.
Any city in the world. You can go to Afghanistan, you can go to a lot of different places, and they probably marvel at how much crime we have.
And again, it's going to generate revenue for the American people and for the citizens of Alaska as opposed to.
I mean, we had a week in Chicago where 11 people were murdered and 38 people were shot. And then we have a governor get up and say, oh, it's safe, we can handle it. He can't handle it. He's an incompetent guy. That's why they threw him out of the family business. They threw him out. I knew the family business very well. And they threw him out. And now he's a governor. And he should say, we'd love to have a safer place. Chicago's a great city potentially. You know, I told you, the head of the Union Pacific Railroad said, sir, save Chicago. It's a great city. It's going to be lost if you don't do it. We have no choice but to do this. And when judges give us rulings that, you know, you don't have to do it, Portland is on fire. Portland's been on fire for years. And
Shut
not so much saving it. We have to save something else because I think that's all insurrection. I really think that's really criminal insurrection. So I appreciate the question. These are unsafe places. We're going to make them safe.
Shut the fuck up, dude.
Unsigned for them. This was something that...
You keep running your mouth like that. Jeez, that's gonna... Dude.
Now, puntahan natin si Sims Construction. Sabi mo, ikaw ay nag-withdraw ng sa Malolos, Bulacan, Land Bank. Magkano wini-withdraw?
Kung ano lang po yung available na po, hati-hatiin po yun.
Magkano nga yung isang transaction? 50 million? 10 million? 100 million? Cash. Gini-withdraw mo ng cash.
Yes, Your Honor. May withdrawal po 457.
457 million. Pumayag yung bank manager sa 457 million cash. Wala kayong checking? Checking account ba yun?
Cash po yun, Your Honor.
Paano pumayag yung bank manager na i-release yung 457 million cash?
No way! 457 and... I didn't hear this.
Land Bank, bank manager. Also, Lilibeth Lim. Andito pala, is she from the Land Bank? Malolos branch. Ma'am, can you join us? So, may arrangement ba kayo sa bangko para pumayag sila na may malaking transaksyon na gano'n na ilalabas?
457 million in cash?
Come forward, ma'am. Sa Land Bank.
Excuse me?
Your Honor, papaalam naman po ako sa kanila. Ano po, may withdrawal po ang gano'n. O hindi naman po agad-agad yung ibibigay. May mga araw po yun na sasabihin na kasi puno ko pa daw po nila sa ibang...
Kaya nga.
How?
Pero pangkaraniwan, yun yung pinakamalaki. 457 million isang araw.
Teka po.
O ano ang pangkaraniwan? 50, 70 million?
Mga minsan po kasi lahat, minsan 200.
Million.
Minsan po, 150.
millions on withdrawal.
Kay Mr. Diskaya, ganun din ba?
Fucking hell,
Meron
200 in
kayong
one
account
day?
sa Land Bank?
No
Yes,
fucking
Your Honor,
way.
meron po.
Tapos dinideposit sa inyong account sa Land Bank yung pondo ng DPWH?
Your Honor, ano po, LDAP po. LDAP. Hindi ko sabihin yung mula po sa DPWS pag binayaran kanila, papasok na po yun sa account mo.
Sa Land Bank?
Opo, nasa iyo na po yun kung gusto mong i-withdraw or
Yes,
piliin
yes.
na po muna doon.
So, kayo may checking account kayo? O nagwi-withdraw din kayo ng cash?
Pag kailangan pong bumili ng mga materyales na cash para po mas makamura, doon lang po kami nagwi-withdraw ng cash.
Pero umaabot sa daang billion din yung inyong account sa Land Bank. Tama po yun?
Depende po sa collection po na makukuha po
But
namin.
yes or no, umaabot ba ng billion ang accounts ninyo sa Land Bank dahil sa mga project ninyo?
Hindi naman po kasi kadalasan po pinabibili din po ng materyales at saka pampasweldo.
Pumapasok pa rin sa account ninyo.
Yes po, Your Honor.
So nagkakaroon ng reflection sa account ninyo yung pumapasok ng billion.
Yes po,
Okay,
Your Honor.
okay, that's all I need to know. Ma'am, practice ba yan ng bangko na magre-release ng 457 million?
That's not supposed to
cash?
be good practice.
Hindi ba red flag na yan?
Yeah.
Na dapat nire-report? Pwede yun, ang gusto natin malaman dito complicit ba ang banking system natin sa ganitong klaseng corruption?
Oh my god, there is a big problem on this. Oh my god, bro. What? Our banking system is that screwed. This is Land Bank. This is a hearing that happened almost 2 weeks ago. How the hell did I miss this? How the hell did I miss this? Holy shit, we've got to do something about our banking system that needs to be overhauled. Fuck me.
Mr. Chair, apologies po that I can't.
Kindly stand up, ma'am, so we will research you all.
You swear or affirm to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth in this
How
proceeding.
the literal
Thank
fuck?
you, you may take your seat.
Even Land Bank is not safe. Are you for fucking real?
Go ahead, ma'am. Please answer the question.
May I request to repeat the question if okay po? Apologies po.
Yes.
Mr. Chair.
Ganun ba ang patakaran? You can have 457 million pesos cash released as a bank on a single day, and wala ba, di ba red flag na yan? Di ba dapat nire-report na yan? We want to know if the banks are complicit in this the illegal transactions using government funding. You're Land Bank, di ba?
Yes. The Land Bank is, once the transaction is more than 500,000, it will be automatically captured by the system and be reported as covered transaction report.
And
It's automated po once it is
should be
over
reported,
500,000.
yes.
That's all you do?
At first, that is what.
That's the law, but that's all you do. Wala ba kayong know your customer? Nagwi-withdraw ng 457 million, okay lang?
We have,
Report lang na over 500,000?
Oh my god, this is huge. If corruption extends all the way to the banking system, this is a huge problem. To the point that if the banks are only reporting the transaction, not halting the transaction, this is a big deal. There are lines here. We're only talking about Land Bank, but if if Kiko is right on the money in pointing out that the entire banking system is flawed to the point that the banking system cannot stop transactions on red flags and only report them, this is a major factor, and it is causing the actual corruption by misusing these funds, by misusing these funds in the first place. Oh my god! Wow! Oh my god! Wow! This is so sickening. Oh my god! This is so sickening. What the fuck?
We have due diligence and KYC as well upon opening of the account po, Mr. Chair.
So how did this happen?
In particular account po, it is according to bank secrecy, we need to request for the consent of the client.
Miss Sim, Miss Sally, okay lang siyang magpaliwanag? Under the bank?
Ano paalam lang po ako sa
Waiver of your rights to under the bank secrecy law.
Yes, Your Honor.
Well, anyway, so you're amenable. Go ahead, ma'am.
Yes. We have a copy of the of the waiver that we can let her sign first
Okay.
now so that I can answer.
Yes, so can you have that done? Well, while we're waiting for that, what we want to find out is paano nangyayari na daang milyon, kalahating bilyong piso,
Yeah.
parang pikit mata ang ating banking system.
Senator Pangilinan, for the information of the body, meron tayong kopya ng lahat ng ledgers ni Sims, ano? Ito, yung binabanggit yung 457 million, 2 araw po ito eh. Dating po 457 million, March 24, 2025.
By the way, this session in particular, Ping Lacson was still in here. Ping Lacson was still in here before he resigned because of the biases that he is seeing from the Blue Ribbon Committee. So, yeah.
Yung isang withdrawal, total in one day, July 3, 2025. Ito yung sinasabi ni Ms. Santos, parehong delivered to sa office ni Engineer Bryce Erickson Hernandez.
So far,
Marami po ito, ibibigyan ko kayo ng kopya.
Yes, thank
Tayo,
you.
This one is not.
Marami po, merong withdrawal na 180 million,
Should be thrown on.
may withdrawal na 141 million, withdrawal na 299 million, withdrawal na 65 million. Puro isang araw ito.
Tsaka puro cash.
Puro cash ito, cash.
Bakit hindi cheque? O manager's check? Bakit walang patakaran ang bangko na, teka muna, kasi pag may cheque, mayroon ding paper trail. Kaya cash. Kaya 500 million cash sa loob ng 2 araw. Hindi.
This is bad. I gotta know. I'm just looking into ChatGPT as to how this actually happens, but there is no freaking way that this would actually be allowed conventionally. 500k, exceeding 500k for a with. If max withdrawal limit is 500k, it adds another layer of complexity to how this kind of financial circumvention might happen. Another way to get around the 500k limit would be to use the multiple bank accounts and potentially across different banks. If there are several individuals or front companies involved, often linked to corrupt officials or shell companies, they could each perform withdrawals from their own accounts. For example, one person could withdraw 500,000 from their account, then pass the cash to another person who withdraws another 500,000, and so on. These smaller withdrawals may be harder to trace, especially if the account holders are not immediately connected to each other, or if they are working in concert to funnel money from the same government project. There's lack of scrutiny. Even with the 500k limit, banks might not be paying enough attention to multiple withdrawals from the same account or the same project. If the bank staff is complicit or bribed, they might look the other way. And yeah, what I'm thinking is bribery or some other form of complicit bullshit that was forced on Land Bank, which absolutely compromises the banking system. And I'm not going to look any further into this. I'm just going to keep doing what I'm doing here. I still got shit to do. Why the heck am I stuck to this? Basically, the level of corruption that reaches the banking system. It is so screwed up. It is so screwed up.
Hindi napapansin ng ating government bank pa ho ito. At most likely, alam ninyong government funds yung binayad doon sa kliyente ninyo.
Senator Tico, bigyan ko namin ng additional 2 minutes.
Yes, please. Thank you.
Thank you.
Go ahead, Ms. Lim.
Mr. Chair, since we already have the signed consent of Ma'am Sally Santos, can I explain the process flow? Because before it came to her account, will it be alright po? Okay. The process is, since Ma'am Sally Santos is recognized by the DPWH as their contractor and listed in their list of creditors, then the process flow is the funds. Okay, although everyone knew it, that it came from the notice of cash allocation from the Department of Budget and Management, then it goes to Land Bank, to the DPWH Central Office account, then my head office maintained with South Harbor. Then the South Harbor DPWH will issue a notice of cash allocation intended for the DPWH Bulacan First Engineering District Office. So upon receipt of the Bulacan First District Office, they will issue an advice of checks issued and cancelled. So that advice of checks issued and cancelled coming from them with the regulation of the Bureau of Treasury for the 24 hours period before they can withdraw it or before they can credit it to their respective accounts of the contractors. So after the 24 hours, the following day, they will issue the list of due and demandable accounts payable, advice to debit accounts, that is the LDW ADA. They will send us that ADA, and then Land Bank will process it through the financial system, then upon uploading, it will automatically credited to the different accounts, a passbook account of the different contractors. So once we receive that different accounts, that it will credit the account of intended for Ma'am Sally Santos. And that amount that she withdraw is not necessarily a one-time credit. It's different
Multiple.
different LDTAP number po. So then yung sabi nila file up. That's it.
Yes, but you didn't explain, is that standard? You can withdraw ₱500 million pesos in 2 days?
Actually, as manager, we try to market the account for as long as they did not need it right away, so they can still maintain it with Land Bank. Then that amount that it maintained for days before the account of Ma'am Sally called us and requested for a withdrawal.
Yes,
Then
but-
upon receipt, upon knowing of her withdrawal, right away we informed her that we need to source fund for that we cannot automatically
Kaya
have
nga
that
2
fund.
days.
Not only 2 days, it took for that particular
No,
account.
this transaction was 2 days. Based on the, 2 araw to put together yung 457 million.
Yes, your honor.
So hindi kayo nagtaka? Bakit cash? Bakit 457 million? At bakit 2 araw?
2 days.
Kasi magtataka or mag-iisip ng negative since the funding is coming from the government and the DPWH and knowing it's for the project. So, hindi po ako talaga nagtataka.
You don't question 2 days for the full amount, over 400 fucking million. 2 days. No way. No way is this a stupid. Oh my god. No.
Common sense lang na 200 million cash for the project. Paano? Pero bang nagbabayad ng cash, ano yun? Di ba dapat cheque?
Actually po yung list of creditors is a passbook account. And yun po yung nire-report po nila. Then they have their
The principle behind yung 500,000 suspicious transactions is because, suspicious transactions. Kumbaga, so hindi suspicious transaction yung kalahating bilyon, 2 araw nilabas? Cash?
Your Honor, to be honest, kasi hindi ko po, I am not an engineer or you support every project, hindi ko po alam kung ano po yung project na yun or whatever, since, it's a deposit account, yung depositor na po talaga yung nakakaalam.
It's hard. Well, anyway, as bank manager, it's hard to believe na hindi katakataka na sa loob ng 2 araw, yung pondo ng gobyerno pwedeng ilabas ng kalahating bilyong piso na basta-basta.
That is not
Cash.
That is not a standard transaction. That in itself is not a standard transaction. Yeah, you should have your eyes entirely peeled onto certain transactions if they are actually abnormal. That to me is, I agree with Kiko Pangilinan here. It is abnormal.
Ko lang kay Miss Sally, sino nag-i-inform sa inyo na nakapasok na yung pera? Yung bangko o sina Bryce?
Yung Engineer Bryce po.
Sasabihan ka na nandyan na,
Yes.
na-credit na sa account mo
Yes,
yung
po.
457 million.
Yes po. Yes po.
So, sino nagbibigay sa instruction na withdraw mo?
Engineer Bryce po.
Siya rin.
Yes po, Your Honor.
Siya rin na magbibigay instruction na dalhin mo.
Yes, Your Honor.
Thank you.
Ma'am, did you file a suspicious transaction report before the AMLAC?
Yes po, for the
Okay.
Any request for it?
The reporting still came in by the AMLC. Anti-money laundering scheme, the council. So it was still reported, but banks are helpless from stopping this shit. bottom line is the banking system has to be more strict when it comes to these things. Cash only withdrawals on suspicious amounts, it should be stopped. There needs to be better oversight with our money. There needs to be absolutely better oversight with our money. There's no way. There should be. It should be more tight. It should be so tight. So tight to the point that you can actually clench your ass. Yeah, I'm talking about that tight. This is beyond unacceptable.
Copies, anyway, there is already a waiver.
Mr. Chair, may I be recognized?
Yes.
Kindly introduce yourself.
Rafael Yap po, Landmark Philippines. Yeah.
May we request that he be sworn?
You swear or affirm to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth in this proceeding.
I do.
Please proceed.
Mr. Chair, we'd just like to raise that the under the AMLA, suspicious or covered transaction reports are considered confidential. So we cannot answer or divulge any such information concerning that.
With the indulgence of Senator, are you saying pag ganito kalaki, hindi nyo kailangan i-report sa AMLA?
No, no, Mr. Chair. It's just that we cannot divulge.
Even to AMLA, you cannot.
It's part of the. Sorry, if with your permission, if we could.
Can we talk to AMLA? With
Yes, please.
AMLA, where are you? Tama po ba?
No freaking way.
Pero
Good morning,
sasabihin
Mr.
ito,
Chair.
hindi nila kailangan mag-report sa inyo ganito ng transaction.
Before I answer, Mr. Chair, I'd like to manifest that I have not yet.
Do you swear or affirm to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth in this proceeding? Thank you. Take your seat.
Sige po, pakisagot po.
Mr. Chair, may I have the question repeated?
Actually, sinasabi niya, may confidentiality, hindi nila kailangan i-report sa inyo yung ganung kalaking mga transactions. I mean, half a billion, almost half a billion. Tama po ba yun? That they don't have to report it?
Your Honor, yung pong pag-report po nila ng STR, subject to the risk appetite po ng corporate institution po. So it depends on the parameters or guidelines na nasa policy po nila.
Sir, paki-simplify kasi marami nang nakikinig sa akin. Yung hindi natin maintindihan. Yung layman term lang po, layman's term na gamitin po ninyo. Kung pwede ba, ang tanong ko po, kung pwede pa, na hindi po nila i-report ng bangko, halos kalahating bilyon na. Meron pong illegal na po na nangyayari. Mr. Chair, I'm sorry. That's my own question. That's my only question.
Yes po. Yung pong transaction po kasi, kung beyond the threshold amount po, automatic po, yung 500,000 pesos po, automatic po nire-report po yan as a CTR. Ngayon po, sa batas po natin, may mga circumstances po na naka-enumerate doon kung kailan pwedeng i-report as STR po ng banko. Suspicious transaction report po. Okay. So, kung sa kanila pong discretion po, ang interpretation po nila is papasok po yung transaction, even if it's beyond the 500,000 pesos po, they can report that also as an STR.
Okay, so, okay lang, I can proceed? Yes. So, a suspicious transaction report was submitted to you and AMLA. Of course, that suspicious transaction report now, they're saying, is they cannot divulge the contents of that report, right? Because the law says so. Tama ba, Mr. AMLA?
Mr. Chair, for us to be able to answer specifically, may we ask for an executive session?
Okay, we'll do that later. But anyway, because nga it's confidential. Now, my question is...
24/7.
Yes, aren't you buried with all these reports that you're not able to act on it? Assuming meron kayong basis to act, what do you do? 500 million 2 days from a contractor, withdrew cash, galing sa DPWH, anong gagawin nyo? Wala.
Ito po, usually, pag trigger for investigation po, we're able to conduct a backtracking of the transactions, Your Honor.
Yes, but and then what?
If it is related to an investigation of an unlawful activity, Your Honor, we make use of it as part of our case builder.
But you can't freeze it there and then.
Hindi po, Mr. Chair.
They do not have, basically the Anti-Money Laundering Council does not have the authority to directly freeze the funds if there is a suspicious transaction. Fucking useless. That body alone is fucking useless. No wonder corruption is actually rampant. Because there's not enough power when it comes to enforcing the law. And there are now, and there are loopholes. Fucking hell.
Thank you.
Yes. Kulang ang batas. You're saying, kulang.
Basically, they're able to actually do this because there are loopholes in the actual law. For fuck's sake.
Ang ngipin ng anti-money laundering law in this regard? Just the last question. Because kung gano'n, ayusin natin yung anti-money laundering law. Pagka may ganyang mga sitwasyon, dapat proactive yung bangko. Sila mismo tatawag sa inyo, hindi lang magpa-file ng report. May problema po rito, kayo na po ang gumawa ng aksyon. Diba? If you're given that opportunity, would you avail of it, given that the law provides for that? Of course you would, right? Ma'am, DB.
You may answer. Thank you very much, Senator Tino.
Your Honor, at Landmark we have the authority or department who's handling that particular transaction.
Thank you, Senator Pangilinan.
Basically, who has the power to freeze the transaction and the account that is related to this? The banks cannot do it. The Anti-Money Laundering Council can't do it either. So, who is able to control and halt the transactions if they're suspicious? Basically, only the depositors have the control to actually get things going, and they can't, and the banks and the AMLC can't do anything about that? Fuck! The Philippine banking system is fucking screwed in regards to government funding like this. The massive corruption that's actually happening right now is because of lack of power and oversight on every suspicious transaction possible. The Philippine banking system has a humongous problem. Shit, dude. Are you for fucking real?
Inamin ko lang po, binigay ko yung bilang negosyo. Pero hindi ko po yung sinabi na gawing boss. Kaya po ko, galit na galit kung kami po yung magkakaharap. Yan po yung pinatutunayan ni Mr. J.M. Ramos.
So, nung na-discover niyo yung ghost projects, mukhang na-ghost kayo.
Your Honor,
hindi niyo alam eh.
If I may, for the information po, I'm the first to report to Secretary Bulungan. That was August 7, 5 p.m.
Secretary, do you agree? Do you confirm?
He came to my office and reported to me, Mr. Chairman.
Engineer Bryce, JP, sabi niyo kanina, lahat ng ginagawa at lahat ng inyong kinikilos ay alam ng inyong boss.
Your Honor, sabi ko nga po, wala po kami kilos na hindi alam ng boss ko. Alam niya po lahat at yun nga po, pinako niya sa amin yung problema at sa katunayan nga po niyan, kung nangyari po yun pagtawag yun August 3,
yung linggo po na yan, mga bandang Wednesday po, tumawag po siya sa akin ulit para ipaako yung, yung problema. At doon na po ako sumagot na hindi ko boss gagawin yan. Dahil hindi naman totoo yan. Hindi naman kami lang yan. Alam mo lahat ng ginagawa namin. At doon po, siguro po, nung nag-usap, nung sinabi ko po, nung sumagot po ako kay boss na gano'n, doon na po siya nag-report kay Secretary Bonoan. Una-una ay nagkatotoo yung, yung ating hakaka na mukhang compartmentalized, no? Tulad din ng ibang criminal syndicates, compartmentalized. Nung sila Bryce at si JP Mendoza, sila po ang implementor, sila po in charge of construction. Kaya yung nalalaman nila...
Sorry, I got a bit held up when it comes to doing everything because I was actually really just commenting about the thing about the how corruption happens and how useless the law is in preventing suspicious transactions from happening. Basically, our own banking fucking system, bro. It needs to get fixed. It's just so unacceptable, bro. It's just so unacceptable. Anyway, I am going to put the more essential ones in this because in a better echo bag because actually a bit of but either way I don't think this is working anymore. Actually this is no longer working properly because it's no longer charging. Okay, so this is also going to the trash right there. The remote absolutely stays out. I'm gonna have to check that. The rest of these go into the echo bag because, yeah. I'm gonna have to return these umbrellas. Mixer. Hard drive. I'm gonna find my way around when it comes to the hard drive itself. Extension cord and the shampoo I'm gonna separate from this. And then, yeah. I'm just gonna put the essential, this is also essential because, yeah, it's going to use an HDMI. This too, this is still working. I guess I can keep this, but I need to charge it. This, good. Put this over here. Definitely put that there. Universal AC adapter. And this will be in here. Also trash. This box no longer needed. At least we know what is essential. The others non-essential. Basically, they should be kept somewhere else. Fucking hell. All right.
Henry Alcantara bilang head, siya naman ang in-charge doon siguro sa pagpag-usap sa higher-ups, sa pag-preparation ng budget, sa kay Yusek Bernardo na nabanggit niya, at sa legislators. Tapos siguro, hopefully, by Thursday, talagang mapumunta din si Yusek Bernardo to shed light. Tanong ko lang po doon sa kasi po, kay Engineer Alcantara, nabanggit ko kanina kung nasa picture, no, na kanina namin mo, na kayo na po yung nandun, yung naka-blue, na napakalaking doon sa isang mesa na yun yung napagaling sa mga ating mga kababayan.
Okay, I still need to start clearing out the coins, so yeah. Alright, let me get some more coffee in my system. Give me a moment here.
Eh nakita ko, ngayon na nakita ng gano'ng karaming pera. Mga magkano po ang yung estimate nyo yung nandun sa mesa?
Yung marami po kami, ang handa ko po doon, yun po yung unang funding ni Kong Saldi, 519 million. At that time, 20% lang po yung unang transaction doon, Your Honor. King, yun po yung para sa proponent. Yung po nasa bilyaran, kung makikita niyo po, almost pag binilang niyo po sa picture, na po yun po yung 10% nung 5.79 billion para po initial na payment. Yun po yung 579 plus po yung nasa bilyara po, Your Honor. Yun po yung para sa proponent kay Congressman Saldi.
So nasabi nyo rin, ito yung advance payment?
Your Honor, pag po kasi lumabas yung net listing, mag-provide na po ng at least 10% po. And then paglabas po ng GAA, the following year, doon po babayaran yung full payment po.
So paglabas ng net, 10%.
Yes, Your Honor.
Paglabas ng GAA, yung balance, which is about 10 to 15%.
15, Your Honor.
15.
Let's see.
So
I'm just checking battery power. So yeah.
Yes, Your Honor. Ang contractor po na they willing to make an advance. Alam naman po nila.
Let me just get some get the wire for the recording phone because it's starting to run out. I'm also going to start putting it on the thing, so yeah, here we go.
So nung umpisa, nagsimula kayo ng 20%, tapos ngayon ay naging 25%.
Mula po nung 2023, naging 25 na po.
All right, I'm gonna start sorting out through the coins
So
now.
yan ba ang dahilan?
Yeah, here we go.
Kaya nagkaroon ng ghost project dahil mahirap ang habulin yung cost ng production. Kaya po siguro sila yung napilitan na ghost. Yan ba ang isa sa dahilan?
Your Honor, if you're going to compare, napakarami pong contractor ang gumagawa. Lahat po sila natatapos base po doon sa ginawang program. Kung ang haba po ay 120 meters, nagagawa naman po na yung 120 meters. Pumunta nila po, yung sila, naamin ko po, yung po yung in-house. Pero hindi ko po sinabi na gawin ghost. Yung po yung negosyo. Your Honor.
Yung in-house, ibig sabihin, hihiram ng lisensya, sila po dapat ang gagawa.
Yes, Your Honor. Pumunta niyo po, kung mapapansin niyo doon, the record will show na yun lang kung merong ghost na nagamit, wow, teams, at that's it na. Pero other contractors, record will show, tapos po ang project.
So, nangyari po, sa halip, ibig sabihin nun sa mga ghost, papeles lang ang kumandar at kumilos. Wala talagang production.
Excuse me, Senator Jerry, bago masagutin, ilan lahat ang ghost? Kasi sa Sims lang, 41 na eh. Isa lang daw yung implement niya na building, right? Miss Santos, Miss Ansel. The rest, 40 yun yung in-house.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So, ilan ang ghost lahat sa district niyo?
Your Honor, base po dun sa investigasyon ni Mr. J.M. Ramos, siya po yung pinutusan ko. Every year po, meron pong bilang. Parang yung una po ma-discover namin yan. 2025 was, I think 16 ba diyan? 16, 17, base doon sa record po. And then, nung nalaman ko po yun, sabi ko sa kanya, secretly, hanapin mo pa yung iba. Ito po, meron na pong 2024, 2023. Tingin ko po, more or less, nasa 50 po siguro, if ever. Pero, to be truthful po, nung ma-discover po yan, hindi naman po sa hindi ko po kinakampihan to. Ginagawa po nila iba, hinabol po nila. Hinabol po nila iba. Hindi ko naman po alam ng status na kasi hindi na po ako nakasign po doon. Hinabol po at ginawa po nila yung iba. Meron pong hindi ko po alam kung ano na po naging status, kung natapos, o nabitin, o paano po. Ilan po, Your Honor.
So, Chairman, with the permission of the Senator J. Doon sa 50, anong estima mong presyo ng lahat ng yung ghost projects niya? Total.
Hindi po kasi
Iba-iba, oh. Pero ballpark figure. Aabot ba ng bilyon?
Sir?
Aabot ng bilyon.
I think so, yeah.
So, 2 bilyon? 50 bilyon? 5 bilyon?
Hindi ko po makompute, pero more or less po, nasa 4, I think 4 to 5 po.
4 to 5 billion.
Yes, Sir Honor.
Oh my God.
Just proceed, Senator Jay.
So doon po sa yung mga ghost projects, pa ilang porsyento po sa tingin nyo doon sa total projects na na-deliver naman?
Actually, sir, ang tanda ko po doon is around 3 to 5% lang po. And the 95% flood control is already accomplished naman po.
Then, tsaka ano rin, Bryce, JP, pwede nyo ba i-confirm na ganun yung number na sinasabi ng inyong boss? Yung inyong ghost projects na ginawa?
Approximately po, Your Honor. Ganun nga po.
So, gina-confirm nyo. Kasi, siguro kanina tinanong ko si JP at si Bryce, sinasabi nila lagi na alam nyo lahat. Pero, kanina, nabanggit din ni Engineer J.M. Ramos, nagalit kayo sa kanila nung na-discover nyo yung ghost projects. Ano pa talaga ang totoo?
Your Honor, yan po, August, after the President has announced that there is guni-guni, ako po ay sinabihan ni Yusuf Bernardo, being the former DE, as your personnel to have an inventory of all the flood control projects. So I called up DE Bryce at that time. Sabi sa kanya, inventaryo kayo, baka po niya, meron po lang ng 5 metro, 2 metro, ipagawa niya sa contractor. That's the purpose po. Ilang beses ko po tinawagan dyan until such time na nagkaroon kami ng Zoom meeting when I was in Laguna along with all section chiefs present. Tinanong ko po sila kung kamusta, meron pa tayong sinasabing ko naman sagot po nila yung wala. Nung si J.M. Ramos po ay magsasalita at sasabihin niya sa akin parang meron, nilapitan po siya at that time through instruction daw po. Nilapitan siya ni RJ Dumasig. Sabihin mo, delay lang.
Okay, so I'm basically clearing out the left side of here because that's where the CPU is going to be, supposedly right there. Alright? Don't mind me, but I know I need to clear up more space because there's way more room that I can make. The problem is this thing is powering up the monitor. The other ones are, I'm not sure if this particular one is needed. But the other one I think is for the TV, but it's not needed anymore. So I'm gonna start unraveling some of this HDMI wire because these are not needed anymore here. Okay, good. I got this HDMI wire unraveled. Now, let's remove this because this is not used anymore. Unravel this one. Right. Very good. All right, so we got one HDMI that will serve as an extra. All right. Right here. One of the essentials. Now, just a matter of making sure that this is still plugged. Let's see. It is. This is for the monitor, right here. Good. We're going to need that. Now, the others. Wait, this vention right here can be removed already. Basically, a very useful tool because this has input and then output 1 and then output 2. Basically, could be CPU input and then output 1 goes to the monitor, output 2 goes to the capture card. This is actually very useful. Should not throw this away.
Now, what to do? This is the plug for the monitor. Oh, Allen key. I should probably return this to the shed, to the tool shed. Anyway, still thinking, would this be a good time to start moving the central processing unit? I think, yeah. I just have to depower the plug. That's what I'm thinking. Depower the thing so that, yeah, that will work. Oh, man. I gotta clear up the rear side soon at some point. Yeah, I think I should do that at some point. Dude. I gotta clean up more. Anyway.
Pero ongoing. Magpapatuloy po si Mr. J.M. Ramos.
Engineer J.M. Ramos, do you agree?
Yes po, Your Honor.
Magpapatuloy ko po. At that time, matapos po yung submitting, yun po yung pagkakataon na pinuntahan na po ako ni J.M. Ramos sa kanyang engineer Resty Galang. Sila po nagsabi sa akin na, boss, mukhang niloloko ka ng dalawa. So, ginawa ko po, upon knowing it, nagtatanda ko po, that was Sunday, August 3, 7:30 p.m. Tinatawag ko po lahat sila. Sabi ko sa kanila, bakit kayo naggaganyan? Inaamin ko po, yung pong project na yun ay in-house. Hindi ko po tinatanggihan. Kasama po kami yun, binigay kong negosyo. Pero hindi ko po sinabing gawin goes. So, nung na-discover ko po yan, papatuloy niyo po yung mga hepe. Sabi ko, bakit yung nagawa yan? Bakit ganyan? Sabi ko sa kanila, baka isipin ng mga kasama nyo na ako'y kasama nyo dyan. Aminin nyo sa kanila na wala akong kinalaman dyan. Yan po ay sinabit na po ng mga hepe, mga pinibit nila sa central office. Yun po, that was August 3. Tapos po, sabi ko kay JM, after the meeting, meron ka pa bang posibleng makita? So, nag-report po rin sa akin kinabukasan si JM. At kinausap po si JP si Bryce. Kasama po si Mr. J.M. Ramos at pinapagalitan ko, bakit meron pang 2024? Ano yan? Bakit ganyan? Hindi po sila kumikibo. At that time, para po si J.M. Ramos, sinabi ko sa dalawa, kayo ba ay willing pumirma para sabihin, okay, walang kinalaman dyan. Inaamin ko po yung pagbibigay ng project. Tapos po, hindi po sila kumikibo. Mula po noon, hindi na po kami yung mga unang araw, ang sabi nila sa akin, bigyan ko lang sila ng pagkakataon para ipagawa. At hinayaan ko naman po na gawin nila. Yun po, may mga pagkakataon pa po na nag-usap kami 3 weeks before the hearing. Sabi ko, sana anong plano nyo? Maraming taong madadamay. Yun po, hindi ko po pinako. Umamin po sila sa harapan. Diyan po yung mga ibang hepe na present dito. They have the affidavit. Inamin ko lang po, binigay ko yung bilang negosyo. Pero hindi ko po yung sinabi na gawin boss. Kaya po ko, galit na galit nung kami po yung magkakaharap. Yan po yung pinatutunayan ni Sir J.M. Ramos.
So, nung na-discover niyo yung ghost projects, mukhang na-ghost kayo.
Your Honor,
hindi niyo alam eh.
if I may, what information po? I'm the first to report to Secretary Bulungan. That was August 7, 5 p.m.
Secretary, do you agree? Do you confirm?
It came to my office and reported to me, Mr. Chair.
Engineer Bryce, JP, sabi niyo kanina, lahat ng ginagawa at lahat ng inyong kinikilos ay alam ng inyong boss. Ano nangyari?
Opo, Your Honor. The permission of Senator JP. Yes, Senator. General Cantara, di ba, una ko nang tinanong sa iyo, itininahin mo. Yung kauna-una na inamin mo kay Secretary mo naman, tininahin mo. Ngayon mo lang inaamin.
Sir, Your Honor, with due respect po. Thank you po. Ang tinatanong niyo po kasi at that time, totoo ba na 50...
Hindi, 7
billion? Opo.
Billion.
Opo.
Inamin mo kay Secretary, tapos dininay mo.
Your Honor, ang nireport ko lang po kay Secretary ay meron pong ilan na na-discover po even the secretary can tell, wala po kong specific na number at amount doon po sa nireport ko sa kanya. With your respect, sorry po, Your Honor.
Thank you. Engineer Bryce, JP, nagkausap pa kayo, totoo bang pinagalit? Sabi nyo kanina, alam lahat ng inyong boss, pinagalitan pala kayo dahil doon sa inyong boss. At sinabi rito kanina, ni Engineer J. Ramos, ano masasabi niyo rito?
Your Honor, sabi ko nga po, wala po kami kilos na hindi alam ng boss ko. Alam niya po lahat at yun nga po, pinaako niya sa amin yung problema. At sa katunayan nga po niyan, kung nangyari po yun pagtap.
Alright. I think there's no need for me to actually screw around any longer. Okay, what I'm gonna do at first is that I'm going to unplug the CPU so that it doesn't have any power. Then carefully start removing the wires. No exposed wires. Okay, there are no exposed wires. None of the coating is damaged when I checked. So, here we go.
Tawag yan August 3. Yung linggo po na yan, mga bandang Wednesday po, tumawag po siya sa akin ulit para ipaako yung problema. At doon na po ako sumagot na hindi ko boss gagawin yan. Dahil hindi naman totoo yan. Hindi naman kami lang yan. Alam mo lahat ng ginagawa namin. At doon po, siguro po, nung nag-usap, nung sinabi ko po, nung sumagot po ako kay boss na gano'n, doon na po siya nag-report kay Secretary Bonoan.
Engineer JP Mendoza, ito sabihin mo yung totoo dito. Nagkausap kayo ng inyong boss at humihingi ka ng tawad nung kanyang na-discover. Totoo ba na nung na-discover niya yung mga those projects?
Hindi, boss, Your Honor, bali kung yan po yung sinasabi na nabalitaan ko nga po na naka-record po yung usapan. Kasi madalas tinatawagan nga po ako.
Sagutin mo na lang na tumawad, nagkausap kayo at humihingi kayo ng tawad, humihingi kang tawad, recorded man o hindi?
Hindi ko, Your Honor.
Pero mukhang gano'n eh. Mukhang Engineer Alcantara, ano sabi mo? Nag-usap kayo?
Your Honor,
di ba siya natawag sa inyo? Dahil
ito po, ang unang nag-message po sa akin ang asawa niya. Sabi niya, di ba pwedeng mag-usap kayo ni Epong kasi ilang araw na siyang hindi nakakatulog. Sabi ko, wala nang problema. May mga kumakalat po na recording. Alam niya po. Sinabi ko sa kanya, tagda ko po. Sabi niya, boss, nalulungkot po ako eh. Sabi niya daw po kay Boss Bryce, parang wala na kayong tiwala sa akin. Sabi ko, alam mo ka ako pong, speaking of tiwala, buong tiwala ko sa inyo. Ang hindi ko lang matanggap, mula 2022, 23, 24, 25, itinago nyo sa akin yan. Masasabit ako ng hindi ko alam. Ang tapos po, sabi ko, hindi ko siya sabi iligtas niyo ako. Ang gusto ko
So far, so good?
Ito, kausapin mo ang asawa ko. Kausapin mo ang asawa ko. Gusto kong malaman ng asawa ko na hindi ako involved dito. Ilamin niya po sa asawa ko yan. Ma'am, totoo po. JP, gusto ko lang masabi mo kahit kaninong tao na hindi involved si D dito. Sabi, opo ma'am, opo. Alam naman po namin yun. Yun po. Siyempre, mahaba po yung recording niya. At dumandang uli po, sabi ko sa kanya, ang hinahanap lang po natin katotohanan sa Boss Project. Hindi lang po, Your Honor.
Salamat. Babalik muli ako, no? Henry, nalula na ako sa binanggit mong amount kanina. Tama bang pagkakarinig ko na 35 billion, hindi milyon na ibigay mo total ni Congress Rosaldi?
Yun po yung naibaba niya po sa akin. Yun po yung mga...
State office mo lang yun?
Yes, Your Honor.
Tapos habang doon tinitignan ko yung mga listings dahil kay Congressman Tobin, kaya lang to. May mga bumubukol kasi. Halimbawa sa Bulacan, yung inyong district, isang lang to, no? From 2 billion, naging 8 billion, meron 1 billion, naging 7 billion, 1 billion, naging 16 billion. So yung pong masasabi nyo ba yung pong bago, yung pong dagdag, yung po ang nanggaling kay San Diego?
Opo, Your Honor.
Hindi ba yan
pati po kay yung kay Yusek Bernardo po may part po doon.
So gano'n billion, 6 billion ang dagdag from the original net.
Yes, Your Honor.
So, pag ganun kalaki, hindi ba yun nabubukay? Yes, yes.
35 billion, tapos 25% na binabalik kay Sabico, di ba?
Yes, sir.
Are you telling us na naka 8.7 plus billion sa Sabico just in your district alone?
Yes, Your Honor. Yes, Your Honor. In the past, from 2022, it started from 519 billion up to 2025, Your Honor.
1.75 billion.
Yes, Your Honor.
Thank you.
So, hindi ba yung bubukol, hindi ba masyadong halata na nadagdagan yung distrito mo, yung district office mo ng 6 billion, 7 billion? Paano ginagawa nyo? Nabanggit mo kanina na nautusan ka na rin na maghanap ng ibang distrito na pwede pasukan at kinakausap mo ang inyong ibang bini.
Yes, Your Honor. Ako naman po, gusto ko rin pong mabigyan ng ibang distrito kasi po sa pangailangan nila. Sinabihan po kanitong na mayroon ka bang mga makilala na pwede mo nga kasi hindi na pwede sa Bulacan, sobrang laki na po. So, pinausap po po
Anong taon po yan? Anong taon? 2 taon? O ito
parang 2023 po yata and 24. Parang ganun po pagkakatanda ko po sa, nilagay ko po sa pinilin ko.
So, ganun kalaki na po yung logo na kinakailangan nyo ng i-farm out?
Yes, Your Honor. Actually, may ibang district po, mga 1 billion, mayroon po 500,
last question na ako, pero doon po sa mga ilan po yung estimate yung mga distrito inyong nabiyayaan, yung inyong nabigyan na tag 1 billion, 2 billion, dahil nga bumubuo na yung sa inyo pong distrito.
Output!
Tanda ko po, meron sa Tarlac first, Tarlac second, Pampanga third, and Bulacan second po, maliit na po sa Bulacan second.
Oh, wait.
So, ibig sabihin, hindi alam ng mga ano, basta sinaksak lang, hindi alam ng mga
Tuloy po? Hindi po. Hindi po, Your Honor. Hindi po.
Okay, hold on, wait.
Mr. Alcantara, you proceed with your statement.
Your Honor,
Okay.
okay na po bang makapagbigay ako ng
So basically,
statement ko po?
Proceed.
Okay, so I'm gonna basically start to rewire everything now. That's what I'm doing. Starting with the HDMI because this is the simplest one. So, yeah, and then I'll just work my way all the way from there. So yeah.
Magandang umaga po sa inyong lahat. Tinatanggap ko po na ako po ay hindi nakasagot sa maraming tanong sa mga nakakaraang huling araw upang maproteksyonan ang institusyon na aking minahal sa loob ng 30 taon. Subalit, itong mga nakang araw, ako po ay nakapag-isip-isip at tumulong na lamang po sa investigasyon na to para po sa bayan. Narito po ako sa harapan niyo ngayon upang tumulong ang buong puso abot ng aking makakaya upang makapagbigay linaw sa katanungan sa investigasyon nito. Naintindihan ko po hindi lang mainit ang isyong aking kinakaharap. Nakasal ko yan. Mararami po ang galit sa aming mga kasama sa DPWH dahil sa mga nabanggit na mga sinasabing katiwala sa aming ahensya.
So input's right there.
Hindi ko na po titignan to kung may galing sa puso ko. Nangangamba po kasi ako sa seguridad. Pamilya ko. Ito pong aking salisay. Marami pong mga tao na mababanggit. At ako po ay humingi ng tawad sa mga tao na to. Pero kailangan ko po sabihin yung katotohanan. Hinihiling ko lang po sa ating buting chairman, sa ating secretary justice po, na maproteksyonan po yung pamilya ko. Medyo napakabigat po ng mga babanggitin ko rito. At ito po ay malalaman po natin yung umaga. At ako po ay in good faith sa lahat po ng mga senador nandito, sa ating sekretary at mga nandito po lahat. Simulan ko na po ang aking pinandang salaysay. Sa akin pong boss, na nabanggit po nung nakarang hearing, kakilala si Joseph Bernardo taong 1997. Kami po ay magkasama sa Los Baños po. Hanggang dumating po panahon na ako po ay na-appoint na district engineer sa Bulacan. Sa taong 2022, nagsimula pong magbaba ng pondo sa akin si Joseph Bernardo. Nandito po at detalye kung ilan po at magkano. Ito po, ang unang taon po, 2022 ay 350 million po. Ang kasunduan po ay 25% po para sa proponent. At ako po, yung driver ko po minsan ang i-deliver po sa akin. Noong 2023 po, meron na rin po mga bumaba. Dito po, naka-specify po lahat kung ang titulo, ang title po ng project, amount, at kabuang binaba po ang aming boss. Ang iba pong sistema, sa simula po ay nagpapabigay po ng panguna lang pong 10% pag po lumabas na po sa pag-net po. Tapos po, ang kabuuan po ay paglabas po ng GAA. Pag po sa GAA, yung lumabas na wala po sa net, sabihin po nun, maaari pong, hindi ko lang po alam procedure.
Shit. Okay, I realized something has gone wrong with my shit because I may have wired the modem wrong. The router itself, which actually connects to the PC and the gaming PC and the streaming PC. I gotta rewire, not exactly rewire the thing, I just gotta switch places and shit. That requires my streaming PC to be disconnected, so I'm gonna, hold on. I'm gonna close the YouTube thing and I'll just let the music keep playing as it should. I mean, that works okay. That's fine. But I'm just gonna have to make sure that I disconnect this shit because unfortunately, this is gonna disconnect shit. But let me at least play the music that's actually on here so that I can. Premium. The premium Lenny's thing. Yeah. Fucking hell. I'm just gonna make sure that I get everything downloaded before I disconnect the entire thing from the internet because apparently that I wired up the router not in a good way, and yeah, now everything's gonna go. God damn it! I'm just gonna wait for everything to load and then I can just continue what I'm doing. Just check what I get. Let me just check everything before I proceed. Give me a moment here. $524 songs, though. That's something. That's actually a lot. It's really just a lot. Everything's still going in. Nothing blowing up in my face and on the PC and shit. Okay. Nothing. Okay. It's still recording, and I'm still recording at 24 frames a second. So great. All right. Once the downloads are complete, I'll be disconnecting my laptop from the internet, and then everything can just go the way it should. Because I gotta switch the router, the modem's places, and see if the old connector, because let's just be real, the connector on this, for some reason, stopped working. That's why I switched to USB type connectors for the RG45. So basically, the only way that I could use the Ethernet is not by the connector over here, which I gotta get looked at my next maintenance cycle. The only way I can get the Ethernet to work is the USB type Ethernet, basically. So yeah. Let me just finish the downloads here before we proceed in what we're doing, and then actually, yeah, I think we can. Sorry. I think we can proceed on here. So whatever you actually hear, I'm just gonna make sure I edit later. So any copyrighted music is gonna get cleared up by the time this video actually does come out. So yeah. All right. For now, I'm just gonna show up, do what I gotta do. Really going inputs. One. If the direct doesn't work, I'm going to use this is does it USB not? Okay, that's good. Just in case.
careful. Because this is where it falls. If it fucking... Network's working on the laptop now. Okay. Alright. So far, so good. Oh, God, of course.
The curtain is being pulled back. A realization is setting in of the threat that Xbox Game Pass poses to the long-term health, value, and independence of the gaming industry itself. The best deal in gaming is no more, and has many reflecting on the dangers of renting rather than owning games on what is now viewed as an unaffordable, overpriced option. The burden, unfortunately, has been passed on to consumers, following the $70 billion merger of Activision Blizzard King that has put Xbox in a terrible position. They are feeling the pressure from their corporate overlords, Microsoft, who have been dissatisfied by the lack of growth that was originally envisioned by the deal, thus leading to the last few years of chaos and change with this brand. Change that has targeted both consumers and developers. The latter, though, is what I really want to focus on, because there is nuance to this conversation surrounding Game Pass and the relationship of developers with the service. Like, it probably doesn't come as a surprise that feelings about the service have been extremely mixed. Now, Xbox and their messaging that they've been giving out in certain interviews and such over the years, they make you think otherwise. Just like last week, Sarah Bond, the Xbox president, was asked about how viable Game Pass was as a business, and she spoke about how it was good for creators. This was right before the massive changes hit for the service. I assume these are things that she had to have known were coming. Regardless, though, at the Tokyo Game Show, she responded to this, saying that in the last fiscal year, Xbox Game Pass took in $5 billion in revenue, saying that it's a profitable business, and as more creators join Xbox Game Pass, payments to creators increase, so we think it's a good business for creators. Now, Phil Spencer has been singing the same tune over the years. Back in February of the same year, he said Xbox Game Pass helps smaller single-player games. They just want to tell their story. One thing is undeniable. Xbox Game Pass allows more eyes to be found on games that otherwise probably wouldn't get that same attention. That is the good of the service. That is undeniable. Nobody is arguing about that. We've even seen many other developers speak about that in that same light, such as the director of Lies of P. He said that being included in Game Pass helped the game reach a larger player base. He called Game Pass one of the best options for us to get the game into the hands of a large community of players. Even a couple of years ago, Senior Vice President at Sega Europe spoke about how the company was really happy with the results from putting games on Game Pass, and they specifically cited a smaller experience called 2 Point Hospital that pushed the game to over 3 million players worldwide thanks to Game Pass. Now that's the good, but the thing is, that is just one side of the business, and the other sides, unfortunately, things have just been getting a lot worse over time, and many developers within this industry are starting to speak up. More specifically, though, we just heard this as of late, Xbox Game Pass indie deals have come down in scope, claimed devs. This was from last year, in which Darkest Dungeon director Chris Bourassa said that Epic and Microsoft's offers for indie titles have come down in scope in recent times, with the scale of deals no longer like the big swinging days. The gold rush is over. I come from the Northwest Territories. The town I'm from is built on gold, and then they found diamonds further north. Maybe another paradigm shift is waiting for us, but I definitely think the scale of the deals I'm hearing about is significantly diminished from the big swinging days. Certainly, we got our Epic deal at the right time. The co-founder of Slay the Spire studio, Mega Crit, also summed up how dire the situation is for indie teams in general right now. According to some recent conversations at GDC, I talked to at least 5 small teams, like 35 members and under, and they're like, cuts, funding canceled, talks that were going on for a year canceled. We're definitely very privileged to be able to self-fund, otherwise I'd be very, very scared right now. And that ultimately is a reflection of the post-pandemic environment within the video game industry, in which during the pandemic, many development teams, many companies went overboard with spending and investments in the gaming industry. But things have dried up since then. Now, without a doubt, one of the biggest condemnations of Game Pass actually came this summer. And it's from a developer that launched one of their games day and date on Game Pass this year, Revenge of the Savage Planet, coming from studio head Alex Hutchinson, who is known for being the game director behind games such as Far Cry 4 and Assassin's Creed 3. His indie studio, though, Raccoon Logic, launched Revenge of the Savage Planet on Xbox Game Pass in May, becoming available to subscribers on day one. And he said, while the initial influx of cash was useful, it has generally, though, gone on to hurt sales and revenue. The developer originally made the Game Pass agreement with Microsoft in the hopes that it would get the game in front of more people who would in turn feel motivated to purchase DLC or recommend the game to friends. Revenge of the Savage Planet launched with 1 DLC pack, but so far, he says, Raccoon, the studio, has not seen the levels of interest that it hoped for. Now this is where he really picks things up. Hutchinson said the whole industry should agree to only allow games on subscription services a year after release. The current structure will prove very damaging to anyone who's not owned by publishers soon if it continues. Hutchinson said Nintendo stands alone with respect to retaining the value of games. Everyone except Nintendo is also in a race to value content at zero, which will end in tears. It must be mentioned, however, that Phil Spencer of Xbox years ago rejected this narrative outright. He specifically said that Game Pass actually leads to more sales. In a video interview with LevelUp.com at the time, he said when you put a game like Forza Horizon 4 on Game Pass, you instantly have more players of the game, which is actually leading to more sales of the game. You say, well, isn't everyone just going to subscribe for $10? I miss those times. And go play this thing, but no, gamers find things to go play based on what everyone else is playing. The problem is, data and everything that has come about in recent years totally destroys that narrative. Even Microsoft in court documents have admitted that sales have been hurt by Game Pass. This was actually something that was said to the UK Competition and Markets Authority. Microsoft submitted that its internal analysis shows that a redacted percentage decline in base game sales 12 months following their addition on Game Pass. And elsewhere in the report, it was actually noted that Activision, before being purchased by Microsoft, even they themselves had a dim view on putting its titles in the multi-game subscription services on any platform, believing that severely cannibalizes buy-to-play sales, particularly in the case of newer releases. And earlier this year, games analyst Chris String added to this perspective, saying that Xbox Game Pass titles can face huge loss of premium sales. String says that the figure thrown around suggests that up to 80% of a game's expected premium sales can be lost when the title is available through Xbox Game Pass. This can also potentially impact the game's placement on sales charts, with String pointing to recent titles like Hellblade 2 not selling as well as some believed it would, despite still being played by many. So now I think you get an understanding. The feelings surrounding Game Pass have been mixed for a while now. And it really has only taken the recent events surrounding this brand to get more individuals that work in this industry to speak up, and the dangers that they feel is coming from supporting and allowing a service like Game Pass to exist, and to continue to swallow up more and more gamers who have a different view of the video game industry and what's worth spending money on, what's worth not spending money on. Without a doubt, though, over the years, Xbox tried and they successfully established themselves as almost saviors of the video game industry. They just want to make great games. They have a massive wallet. They can invest and make studios and allow studios to flourish, focus on creativity. This was one of the big things that Phil Spencer talked about when they acquired Bethesda, and even with Activision Blizzard, they were talking about all the cool things that they could do that wasn't possible under the previous leadership. Activision doesn't have to focus just on Call of Duty, and maybe the franchise doesn't even have to have annual releases. Phil Spencer teased that maybe Hexen can be revived. There's all of these cool ideas that almost immediately got flushed down the toilet, and the earliest indication of this came when the cuts began to happen. And this was in early 2024, in which about 2,000 jobs were lost across Xbox, Bethesda, and Activision Blizzard. We have made the painful decision to reduce the size of our gaming workforce. What followed, unfortunately, was even more layoffs, all leading to what happened over this last summer, and it was the fact that cuts at King, Turn 10, ZeniMax Media, and many more happened. The initiative was shut down, Perfect Dark was canceled, Rare's Everwild also got canceled, and a number of other games. We even saw developers speaking up, in which many of them talked about living in fear of mass layoffs, and all indication is that further layoffs are going to be hitting in 2026, and that is because Xbox is an unhealthy business. All the leaks, all the indication from insiders is that that $70 billion merger has truly tanked Xbox at the worst time, because Microsoft doesn't care about the gaming business as much as they did, because their focus is on AI, a costly venture, one that makes Microsoft less patient with their gaming arm, considering the massive investment they already have made into it. That pressure is being felt, and it's legitimately hurting creativity. It's why a game like Hi-Fi Rush could be a success, but still not good enough. And eventually the studio responsible shut down and sold off. The focus has quickly shifted back to the home run franchises, Call of Duty, Minecraft, think games like that, instead of trying bold new things. Everwild was something Phil Spencer believed in. He said he was excited for it despite its development turmoil, and said earlier this year he wanted to let Rare cook, until I guess he didn't. But then there's also MMO developer ZeniMax Online Studios, known for their work on ESO, who had for years been working on a brand new IP, until, again, they were not, as their project Blackbird was reportedly canceled over the summer. And the responses to this cancellation was absolute devastation for the developers that were working on this experience. We had headlines such as this: ZeniMax staff lambast chaotic layoffs. It's difficult to work when you're looking at a graveyard. We also saw ESO devs reacting to some of the emails that they were getting.
Okay, I'm thinking of starting the PC. Hopefully it works. And if it does work, okay, what I'm thinking about right now is if the Ethernet, if the onboard Ethernet port is going to work. Maybe it was a bad contact I had back then. That's why it stopped working or something. We'll see. Yeah. That's one plugged in, okay. Hold on, let me see. I'm just making sure that this is plugged. Hold on. Wait a minute. Wait. Isn't this the same one? Give me a moment here. I need to confirm. Yeah, this is the same one. So, what's going on? Hold on. Okay. I think it's the extension cord itself. Give me a moment here. Alright. Fix the extension cord down here. Yeah, it's not properly plugged. Hold on. Here we go. Something was up with the outlet. Now I got it. Okay. AOC, hold on, it's not working at the moment. Why? It's not powered. Why is it not powered? Okay, let's try this. It's the extension cord, isn't it? Yeah. Something's up. Oh, that's why. Something else is plugged onto that. It's the other way around. Okay, got it. Alright, it's turned off for now. But, let's do this. I kind of got too excited. Okay. Alright, back in. Alright, moment of truth. Now it's plugged. Yes. Monitor's working. Let's see the other ones. And we got power. Rest up. Moment of truth. Woo-wee. And there's enough room for it to work. Nothing on here, so that everything fucking good is working. But is the internal Ethernet working? That's the question I got in mind. That's my question. Okay? Not saying it wouldn't work, but I gotta know anyway. Basically, this switch is useful, but only if I have a second output. Right now, I don't need to. Alright, CPU should be running okay. Let's make sure we're all looking okay here. Alright. Good. Ethernet is good. Let's make absolutely sure that we're able to connect okay. Okay. It's because okay. The internal is working. I don't know
know why it did not work before. What the fuck, dude? Give me a moment. I guess just gotta make sure the sounds are okay here. They're working, right? Okay, so things are working and good. So thank God. It's all come to a good. It's all come with a good result. Woo! About time that I finally got something done. It took a while, but at least it's done. I thought I wouldn't be able to do it. I guess the only thing that I gotta do is make sure that I fix up my workstation, because the workstation does need to be tidied up. I'm gonna make sure the essential wires are used. And by the way, this is for supposedly for the Nintendo Switch. Yeah, it's just right there. I kept the Nintendo Switch somewhere around there. Yeah, that's right. It's really close. Anyway, yeah. This is gonna have to do when it comes to the CPU being given air. And I need it to have air because I don't want anything to actually block up the vents like I had when it was actually down here. This will actually help cool the stuff, cool everything on the CPU, so it will actually have good ventilation. So awesome. This is absolutely awesome. Looking forward to having something great with this thing. So this is awesome. Really good. I should probably just get the spare. Spare flash to actually be used for the iPhone, and then just make sure things are okay. Yeah, I think it'll be good. I think this is it. This is what I actually need. This is what I actually needed to do. Accomplish it. Put it right next to the streaming PC. Now here's hoping there isn't any earthquake. So if you guys don't hear it from me for a while, you absolutely know the reason.